How's it going, everyone? My name is Mr. Boss for the win, as you guys already know that, and this is going to be another episode of some Black Ops 2 news and insight. And today we're going to be covering the topics of the guns of Black Ops 2. Now today is a Modern Warfare 3 episode, considering we have two guns in this game. I'm actually combining episodes, considering this is a flawless free-for-all, and I do actually pick up both of the guns in this game. You see, we start with the ACR, and at the end of the game we're going to end up with a SCAR, both of which are my favorite assault rifles back from Modern Warfare 2, and then even Modern Warfare 3. I have played of it, I did like both of those guns. So getting a little bit onto the guns, and I'll guess since they weren't in Modern Warfare 2, I'll talk about them, or excuse me, they weren't in Black Ops, so I'll talk about them in Modern Warfare 2. So the ACR was one of those like lead laser guns, very accurate, and so was the SCAR. They both had very good accuracy. I think the SCAR did a little bit more damage, but the ACR has a little bit bigger clip. So again, you could switch up attachments. I think the SCAR had a little bit better iron sights. However, I did like the fact that the ACR had more rounds. I felt like whenever I'm using the SCAR H or the SCAR L, I'm always dependent on scavenger or using an extended magazine, because I don't think 20 bullets is just enough sometimes. I think you run out of ammo way too quickly in that regard. However, you don't have to use options like a red dot sight. I feel like on the ACR, I am kind of restricted to a red dot sight because I'm not a big fan of the iron sights. As surprising as it sounds, I'm a pretty big iron sights guy, but typically I haven't been a big fan of the ACR iron sights, which is interesting because some games you'll see me using the iron sights, some games you won't. But anyways, so what I like about what I want to see from them in Black Ops 2 of what I've seen so far, I think the SCAR is going to go really well, especially if it has a burst option, considering such high damage that it does. If you can make it into a 3-round burst, you'll be able to save the majority of your ammo pretty easily, because I know I do waste a lot of rounds when I'm spraying around. And you can see I actually do pick up a SCAR right here, and it actually does have the guy who was using it had Scavenger Pro, so I didn't have to really worry about ammunition, which was really nice, because typically you would only start with 60 rounds, which means you can only get 3 reloads in. 3 reloads could only be 4 or 5 kills, and if that doesn't get you to your kill streak, you're kind of at a fish out of water with your secondary weapon right there. So again, I'd like to see some burst fire worked into that. Let's see if that'd be able to conserve some ammo. And one thing I think that would work really well with the ACR is going to be the target finder. We've seen this on the multiplayer trailer and the live stream. Because the target finder does add a little bit of recoil to your gun, I think the ACR is going to be one of those premier guns that you could use with the target finder, just because it does add a bit more recoil. But a bit more recoil to the ACR is simply just like saying a normal gun with a normal amount of recoil. So interesting. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how these guns play out. I think the SCAR is going to be one of those guns that works really well with the burst. And I think the ACR is going to be a gun that works really well with the target finder. Who knows what other attachments we might see. I think we're going to have to play it out ear by ear and just see how well each gun does, and how difficult it is to aim and how difficult it is to do this or that. But I do know that these guns are going to have their own specialties and do what they do pretty much best. So again, like I've been doing in this game, obviously the SCAR and the ACR are just meant for roaming around the map, and that's what I like about them so much. They've got a ton of versatility, even though the ACR doesn't have the best hip fire. The SCAR is just an all-around good rifle because it doesn't have enough recoil. Ooh, panic knife right there. It doesn't have enough recoil where you can't use it long range, but it does have enough where it'll keep you steady up close, which is what I want, like situations right there. And it allowed me to get my my kill streaks twice in a row, and honestly, that was really the end of the game right there. Alright guys, so hopefully you have enjoyed this video of the guns of Black Ops 2. Leave a like down below. Ooh, I did die, never mind, I went 30-1. Oh, my bad. Anyways, leave a like down below and tell me what guns you want to see and how you're going to think of the SCAR and ACR in Black Ops 2. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy the rest of your day.